Here's Jackson to throw. Steps away to his left. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's got room. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice to such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown, and also a two-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for two now while their heads are down.
Charles, as the Ravens offense comes back out here, it's really good to be a Baltimore fan right now. With the win in Buffalo Week 14, the Ravens have already clinched a playoff spot. They can win the AFC North on Thursday night with a dashing through the snow. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 65 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first. It's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Jackson from the shotgun, forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Jackson on first down, escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this with both of these guys running the ball well?
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Being chased out left. He can run for it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on, or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The veteran Jimmy
It's a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
A big effort that time out of Ingram, and even 70 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught by Brown. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
And now here come the Ravens. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And an alley to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 17 yards out. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team, because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions, but how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who put...
There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 53 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. This one complete to Ingram.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing?
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hayden Hurst, 42 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he's not going to make it to the goal line. They've been perfect on the night in 2-point conversions, but not here, as this time they come up empty.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offense,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Partner, they're up big. They're snapping the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a two-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in the same. It smells terrible. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Jackson now off the bootleg. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
You can't block me.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. He's going to take off with it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
16 yards on that one at a Raven first. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They run. It's Mark Ingram. There goes Mark Ingram. 20, 10, 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big effort that time out of Ingram. 59 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Jackson now. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And some room to maneuver. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson buying time to his left. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Ravens 62. Ravens 16.
Not too many breaks ahead, according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. That's fielded in the end zone. Fighting him off. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always...
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 32 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in.
Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
57 to Mike. Here we go, here we go.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. There he goes, left side. And 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens.
But this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait, oh. He's successful.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable that they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. The 40, 30, the 20, 10, 5. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The defense gets him the ball via... The turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on 2nd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. All right, CD, let's take a step back. Look at the AFC playoff picture with just 3 weeks to go. Hard to believe. Essentially, I think it's 7 teams for 6 spots right now. The Ravens are in, looking good for the number 1 seed at 11-2, essentially with a 2-game lead over the 10-3 Pats, who they beat in Week 9. Then what we got? And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And now 3 drives.